Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Andrew Mills. I am chair of the Department of Religion and Philosophy, and I'm here to give you some tips about how to stay organized for class in the spring semester. Some of you may know a lot of this, but even if you do, it's helpful to get some reminders. And for those of you who don't know this, I hope this will help you get a head jump on a successful spring semester. So here's some quick tips. First tip is use a planner. Here's a copy of my planner. The first thing to know is that when all of us professors, give you work to do, we budget for about 2 hours of work outside of class for every hour in class. So that's how much reading work we might give you, or how much homework we might give you, or how much time we might ask you to work with a group, or practice, or do things outside of class. So plan in your week for 30 hours of work outside of class if you're taking a 15-hour load. So that's 45 hours of work a week, 15 hours in your classes and 30 hours outside of your classes. So look at your week and schedule out 45 hours, 15 hours for your classes and 30 hours outside of your classes to get your work done. The outside time, you should calendar just as much as you calendar your class. Your class meets at 10:50, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You get that in your calendar. But also, you want to budget some time to work on that class. Put those times in your planner, right? And you know when your brain works best. For some of us, that's the morning. For some of us, it's right after dinner. For some of us, it's late at night. But plan your work time for when your brain is at its peak efficiency. And make it regular, right? So always work on that philosophy class Tuesday afternoons, or always do your work for your chemistry class on Friday mornings, right? If you get in a regular habit of working on the same class, the same time every week, it'll make it easier for you to stay on top of your work. Another thing you need to stay on top of, especially now that a lot of your classes are happening via Blackboard video conferencing, is to stay on top of emails, right? Check your email regularly. Put the Outlook app on your smartphone if you have one. Make sure to check your emails regularly. Make sure to check Blackboard regularly. Things happen. People get sick. Changes need to happen to a class. Professors send out emails all the time, put new announcements up on Blackboard. So do make sure to check those as regularly as you can so you know what's going on in your class. Check it twice a day. Check it once in the morning, check it in the evening so you know what's going on, right? But planning every week and sticking to the plan is important for staying successful. The next thing is to stay organized. Here's a picture of my desk. I'm a highly organized person, but you don't just want to have your desk organized. You want to have your emails organized. So you can make folders in your email in Outlook and have a folder for each class. So when you get those emails from your professors of your philosophy class or your chemistry class or your accounting class, your English class, you can just put them in a folder. So if you need to go back and find the email about a change to the syllabus, about an update to an assignment, you can easily do that, right? So you just go over to the folders icon, the folders tab on the left-hand side, right-click on folders, and you can click to create a new folder and label one for each class. Folders are awesome, not just for emails, but create folders on your hard drive or on OneDrive for documents for each class that things can go there, assignments you're working on, right? Documents you get sent by your professor, documents you're working on with other members of your class. And then just go old-fashioned, right? Hard paper, cardboard folders and binders. Trapper keepers were all the rage when I was in school, right? Maybe they've made a comeback. Get something like that to hang on to the paper, to hang on to the syllabus, right? To hang on to important assignments. And then look over your syllabus and enter due dates for any big projects in your Outlook calendar. Put an event in your calendar for when that paper's due, for when the midterm is, right? For when you have a presentation to make, and put a reminder on it. So it reminds you a day or two or even a week ahead of time, so you know it's there, right? You can go through your syllabus the first week of class and enter the dates, the due dates for big assignments into your Outlook calendar so you can see when you're going to need to block maybe some extra time out to work on that class. The third thing is get a computer. Here's the computer that I work with. It's a pretty new computer, so I recognize that all of you may not have this. But a computer is much better than a smartphone. Many of us have smartphones, and that works great. But a computer is going to be best for class. There's a lot of stuff that needs to get read, and reading PDFs on a phone is difficult. Working with the documents that a lot of us are giving you is difficult on a phone. If you don't have your own computer, if you don't have a mainframe in your basement or access to another kind of computer, you can reach out to the Center for Student Success. Otterbein has some resources to help if you don't have a reliable access to a computer of your own. Also, don't be afraid to print things out. As an Otterbein student, you get 600 pages for free that you can print out in the library or at printing stations and computer labs. So don't print out every single thing, but it's a good idea to print out the syllabus. It's a good idea to print out major assignments, maybe some readings that you need to print out. So if you're on campus, you can print 600 pages for free, and please take advantage of that. You also want to have a nice organized workspace. Here's a picture of my workspace, nice gray tone. Set up a quiet, distraction-free workspace. It's best not to work in bed. Just get up out of bed, sit in a chair, sit at a desk, right? Outside of the space where you sleep, if that's possible, or at least in the space where you sleep, but over in another corner of the room, right? A good workspace just helps you keep focused. The library has lots of good workspaces, also has pretty great Wi-Fi to help you get your work done, right? And set your phone aside. Put it in a drawer, turn it off if you can, so you just aren't tempted to check it while you're in class, especially if you're on class online. It's easy to get distracted online in online classes, so just get rid of your distractions. Set your phone aside. Finally, you might want to try the Pomodoro Technique. Pomodoro means tomato, for those of you who know Italian. This is a technique that lots of people use to get work done, not just students, but writers and all kinds of people. And you can read more about it. You can Google the Pomodoro Technique. There's lots of resources. The basic idea is that you set aside 25-minute blocks of time to get work done. They're called Pomodoros. I don't know why they're called Pomodoros. So get organized. Get all the materials you need to work, at the book you're needed to read, or the homework assignment you need to complete, and then set a timer for 25 minutes, and then work hard for 25 minutes. No distractions, no stopping, stay focused, do what you need to do for 25 minutes until the timer goes off. And then, when the timer goes off, reward yourself with a break. Eat a tomato. For 5 minutes, take a break. Check your phone, stretch, have a tomato, right? And then start another Pomodoro session, maybe for the same class if you're still working on it, maybe for a different class. But it's important to take a break and reward yourself for your 25 minutes of hard work. And then if you can do 2 or 3 in a row, that's pretty great. That's an hour and a half of work, right? So this is a technique that lots of people use to get work done. You can try it, right? Don't go for longer. People get exhausted after more than about 25 minutes. So 25 minutes, work hard, take a break. Another 25 minutes, work hard, take a break. Another 25 minutes, work hard. That's an hour and a half of work. That's pretty good, right? So try that technique, the Pomodoro Technique, for getting things done. So the basic idea, right, can be summarized. Here's our 5 ideas: planner, organization, a computer, workspace, Pomodoro. And it's easy to remember. It's simply POC whoop. So that should be easy for you to remember. The POC whoop technique: get a planner, keep yourself organized, get a computer, get your workspace set up, and try the Pomodoro Technique. And these things will help you stay on top of the work you need to do for the spring semester. And as this little guy says, I know you can do it, and he knows you can do it too. So have a great semester. Reach out to the Center for Student Success if you have any trouble. And you can send me an email at amills@otterbein.edu and let me know how things are going and if the Pomodoro Technique works for you. Thanks a lot, and have a great semester.